Cringe. Sends shivers up my spine.
What an imbecile.
She's trying to appeal to the young people, Prue, trying to be down with the cool kids. I think she failed, but I know you're ready to fire up, please.
Look, you know, it's insulting to have this Sheila who's just done a Bradbury's, last man standing, happens to get into the Senate. We have enough morons in the Senate. We don't need more people like that representing us. You know, God help us all.
Skibbity. What's that? Skibbity. Do you know what that is?
Well, does anybody?
I don't know what that is.
Does anybody want to?
Prue, we've got to leave it there. Good to have you.
Stigmas of Australia. I say that this goofy air government have been capping. Not just now, but for a long time. Though some of you cannot yet vote, I hope when you do, it will be in a more goated Australia for a government with more aura. Skibbity. I say that this goofy air government have been capping. Not just now, but for a long time. They must have brain rot from watching too much Kai Cenat and forgot about their plans to ban social media for kids under 14. If that becomes law, you can forgo skull emoji all about watching Duke Dennis or catching a dub with the bros on Fort. Chat, is this Prime Minister serious? Though some of you cannot yet vote, I hope when you do, it will be in a more goated Australia for a government with more aura. Skibbity.
This senator wants people who talk like that to influence our politics.
Yeah, Andrew, I must confess I didn't know what brain rot was until I heard that speech, and now I know. If Senator Payman wanted to be edgy, she should stand up in the Senate and say Hamas is a terrorist organisation that must lay down its arms and release the hostages before any talk of ceasefire. But instead she comes up with this, which is really just... It's just a confession. She's a former Labor senator, now finding herself as an independent who no one is interested in, and so she's trying to make headlines. I did not understand a word of that, so I sat down with my 19-year-old son and I said, "Do you understand this?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "What's she saying?" He said, "She's saying politicians lie and they talk a lot." I said, "Is that it?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Is she cool?" He laughed. He said, "Dad, it's so cringe. She's reading it from a laptop." The one thing young people do know is they know authenticity, and that was not authentic. I've got one question though, Andrew. If we're going to go through a glossary of Gen Z terms, what would be the Gen Z term for very poorly advised? Because I think that would fit Senator Payman well.
Thanks for picking me up on my deliberate mistake, of course, to see whether you're on the ball. Senator Payman is a former Labor senator. She just acts like a Green. Evelyn, what do you make of that speech? Targeting people that very much need a voice in our politics, or people best left to their their games?
To be honest, it was so cringeworthy. I needed to duck behind my chair here and take cover because I couldn't take it anymore by viewing it. I was looking for the reset button. Like, how do we rewind time so that none of us have to witness this horrible monstrosity ever again? But look, it doesn't surprise me. This is the state of our politicians. You know, it seems to be that so many of them are just second place winners who were bullied in high school and come into this fruition and make a mockery of our nation. It was an utter mockery. You know, it used to be such an esteemed position, an honourable position to, you know, be a politician and take care of a nation. It's just so simple. Just do your job, do it well, and cut all the fat off the meat and get rid of all this nonsense, because I can't take it any longer. I really can't take it. And if people enjoy this, I don't want them anywhere near the driving stick of our nation. That's bad news.
2003 2003 we were finally reunited with my father and settled in the northern suburbs of Perth to begin our new life together. From discrimination